All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start this night by talking real fast about the Delphi case. Hello, Laney GMB. Uh, all right, now, the Delphi case. Was it damaged? Yes. Was it corrupted, tainted? Yes. By YouTubers? Yes. With photos that were released of the crime scene and supposedly the girls' dead bodies, right? And there is also information out there, which I believe is true. The one photo of Libby, I think it, or Abby, on the bridge, whoever was on the bridge, uh, that photo, I believe, is photo op. So, what charges can these YouTubers face, if any charges? Well, there is talk of pedo charges coming against these YouTubers for showing photos of young girls dead, right? Leaked photos, which probably would have been shown in court, but they got leaked within social media, connected to YouTubers that showed it. And we had a suspicion. Hello, Debbie Fox. We had a suspicion a couple years into the case, probably 3, 4 years into the case, when SH showed up in the Delphi case um, on YouTube, and he was talking about things that weren't supposed to be talked about because it was a closed, uh, hush hush case. No information was going out by the authorities. So somehow these people got that information. It was tracked through defense lawyer or something like that. He was fired. It ended up in YouTubers' hands. They went ahead and put it all over YouTube and actually damaged the case. And really didn't change. They did damage the case, but not bad. Uh, well, it is bad, but they didn't succeed. Right? Richard Allen is still behind bars and is still a suspect. And a lot of people now are saying, well, Keegan Klein don't have anything to do with it, and but that very well may be fine. He might not be the killer. We really don't know all the information that they have or evidence. But if anything, I would say Richard Allen or Keegan Klein is guilty of pedo charges of photos and talking to young 13-year-old girls. So a lot of people push it to a side, but this is very serious stuff, right? It ain't 1950 no more, uh, where this wasn't really a big thing back then. But it is today. So you can't push away Keegan Klein and just say, well, he wasn't the killer. Well, he's guilty of talking to young girls and getting nude photos of them or asking for nude photos of them. So either way, he played a part in some kind of a sick, mad, twisted world down there in Indiana somewhere. But all right, so we know that it was more than one. Actually, if you connect the dots in Delphi, it was a big ring probably. And believe it or not, YouTubers were involved and questioned after a certain person got picked up with all this data and phones and everything. And I'm sure the data will show that somewhere down the line there was a connection to these people, and they might have known Richard Allen, being that he worked at CVS, and they probably got their medication from the dude and didn't even know it, right? Who knows? But now the question is charges against these people. Yes, it's possible. Pedo charges. Well, they were showing naked young aged girls dead, right? Necrophilia. Were these guys getting a high off of it? That's the question. Now, I would have to say, if we were in court, we would have to look at them photos. And there's nothing wrong with that being if you're an investigator or a juror or somebody interested in crime. You would, or even forensics, anything to do with law, you would have to look at them photos, period. And if you were a juror, like I said, anything to do with law, you would have to look at them photos because the photos is the evidence that there was a crime committed. There's a lot of people that are saying there was no crime because there was nothing released by the police. All this stuff you're hearing on social media was released by YouTubers. Some are saying that might have been possibly involved in it, staged to look like something else, a secret society, cult, club, gang, whatever you want to call it. And that is the truth because the police didn't release anything like that for years and years and years. And people were asking that lived out here, why are they not releasing things? And that was part of their strategy, I believe, was they knew sooner or later these idiots or somebody, they were onto a leak, I bet, within possibly their own uh, police department. And I'm taking probably YouTubers that we are now finding that some of these YouTubers had very bad crimes that they were being charged with. And it's just freaky to me that what really touches bases when Sheriff Doug Carter got on the news and said these people we're watching these people every day, and they're watching us, right? So I have a feeling Doug Carter knew possibly uh, that they were watching him within YouTube, social media, whatever. Maybe well, we really don't know until it goes to court. But here's the thing, though. Now they damaged the case, so now they might have to get them new lawyers and actually postpone the case until the new lawyers go ahead and get up to date with the case. And of course, they would have to go ahead and submit and ask for any evidence that the state has against Richard Allen. And we would have to wait and they would have to go through it all again and investigate it. So that would take time. So these guys really did screw the pooch. A lot of people are saying Greeno is part of this trouble that was created amongst the Delphi, Harmon, a bunch of them. And it very well may be. Now, can they be charged being that they leaked this information? Uh, how did they know about the information? Because the police were saying that the only ones that would have known about the information was the killers or the people that were. Now, I always thought, well, if it was, if there was hundreds of people out there searching before the police got out there, then the only other people that would have known what the crime scene looked like would have been the searchers. So who knows? Every Tom, Dick, and Harry was out there, and I'm a witness to that because I was here that night that they were broadcasting it on the news, and it did come on the news, and there was a lot of people out there until late at night, like 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night or whatever, searching for the girls. But there wasn't too much of a police presence there. So, very crazy, crazy case. Could these guys be charged and these other people be charged with pedophilia, being that they've been broadcasting it on YouTube? There's a possibility that they can be. And I would imagine corruption of case and there'll be other charges probably thrown at them if they wanted to, if the police or the state really wanted to. Yeah, they can throw charges at them YouTubers for leaking information, and showing photos of two dead girls, um, which were underage minors, right? And some of us are thinking, well, did they do that deliberately because they were getting a high off of it, right? It's not like if we were in court and the state said exhibit A and B, this is Abby and Libby, right? These are the crime scene photos. This is the bodies of the girls. This was a horrific crime against our children, right? We would have to look at that. Uh, and people are saying even that's sick. Why would you want to look at it? Well, because you would have to, if you're into crime, you would have to see the way that the girls were murdered, the shape of the bodies. Was there any kind of sick stuff done? Was it a sexual rape? And the body tells the tale, right? Um, there's a lot of rumors that the girls were hanging upside down. And I can remember 3-4 years into the case where SH and the rest of these Greeno and all them were saying the girls were mutilated, their hands or their fingers were all chopped off, they were penetrated with sticks, and just a bunch of crazy stuff. So, did these people actually damage things? Well, a little bit, but I imagine they'll be throwing charges at them. Uh, and there is talk of that. Can these people be charged with pedophilia photos of young girls dead? Right? Well, I imagine so. If we live in a sick world like that, I imagine so. It's a crazy world. And here's the thing. Uh, Here we thought we were watching some of these YouTubers that were on the up and up and claimed to be bounty hunters and in the working for the government or numerous things, and they weren't. They were lying through their teeth. Them themselves were wanted as they were investigating the crime case. And they tried to turn around and I know a lot of people are saying, well, Greeno said that they were corrupt or whatever. No, I think the police were after Greeno because somehow Greeno inserted himself into the case saying that the killer called him. And they took his phone and wouldn't give him his phone back. So, yeah. You do the math on that, folks. Now, I'm not saying Anthony Greeno's the killer or SH or any of these people because I really don't know. I wasn't there. And I don't know any kind of idiot that would do anything like that or come up with a lie just for subs and views. And that shows you how sick YouTube really is, where these people are coming up with lies and even fake crap photos. And there's been plenty of photos that have been photo-opted in the Delphi case. That's why it looks like there's 5 different people in one photo. So, yeah, I would say charges should be coming to them, if not already in the works, against them. Now they're saying one of the YouTubers killed himself. I have no idea who it was. I guess he was the one that showed the nude photos of the girls. So it's very well possible that, even though we're trying to solve a case, and this is an ongoing case, these people we might have these pedos within making videos and showing photos. I mean, this is just madness, complete madness. And crazy. It takes crazy to, and this goes to show everything that the Federal Bureau of Investigation was saying. We got a problem in America, folks. If you want to call it demonic, if you want to call it just mental illness, Uh, there's a serious problem. Like I said, there's one thing to look at crime scene photos, to investigate a case, to learn, to study. Uh, but it's another to take photos, to put it out there, so these sick pedo, whatever they call them, pedos, can get a rise out of it. That's another thing. Two different, totally different things. Why some of us YouTubers wanted to see the crime scene photos was to actually see if these YouTubers were telling the truth, that the girls' fingers were chopped off and they were engraved with signs in their bodies, and um, yeah, real sickos. And why do they come up with stuff like that? I have no idea. To get their 15 minutes of fame or whatever. Complete sickos. And probably drug filled and don't even know what they're doing. Right? We are starting to see within the crime community these so called investigators, YouTube crime channels, drama, crime, whatever you want to call it. These dudes are passing out on camera from shooting heroin and meth and fentanyl and shit. There was just two more people on YouTube that got busted, and they were actually passing out on camera as they were doing the video into a heroin uh, opiate high, literally passed right out. I don't know if you folks have ever been around heroin users, but they doze off, almost like sleeping. Uh, when you're real tired, your head starts bobbing. And that's what heroin addicts and opiate addicts do. And if you've never been around a heroin addict, then you probably don't know anything about it. You would just say, oh, that guy must be tired, right? But the slurring of the words, and their heads dropping and bobbing up and down, swelling of the hands and stuff shows intravenous injections of needles. That's how they get all swollen, infected. So yeah, it's a problem. I would say within the crime community, crime drama, whatever you guys want to call it. I don't know, but uh, I know one thing: there can be charges brought against these people, uh, and should, right? They should make an example of that. Now, if this was court TV, and we were watching court TV, like the O.J. Simpson case, a very gory case. Watch that whole case all the way through from the day it happened. Anything that was released on the news, I watched that. That was back in 96, 94, something like that, if I remember correctly. A very gory case, shown right off the bat from the news channels. We knew it was a real gory scene, but even in the court, which I watched all that court documentary and everything, it was very gory. They showed the photos, they showed everything. Um, which in the Delphi case, we probably would be seeing stuff like that if we were a juror, or if it was being documented on like court TV or whatever it is, or Dateline 2020 or whatever. So it's very interesting to see what will happen out of that for these YouTubers. That's why I don't show other people's content like that. Um, I don't know if you can get away with doing that. You probably could if they were adult people. There's a difference there. But showing a dead body on YouTube of a dead person that is of age, uh, I think, compared to showing two a 13-year-old and 14-year-old young girl naked, dead. That's a little bit different in the eyes of the Lord. So. But what do you guys think about that? Do you think there will be charges against these YouTubers that leaked these nude death photos of the girls? Now, someone is saying that one of these YouTubers just a couple days ago killed himself, the guy that leaked the photos. I don't know if that's true or not. I thought that happened a couple years ago. And I don't even think that guy killed himself. What I think he did was shut down his YouTube channel and he opened a new one under a different name. And we've seen these people do that. So I don't know if anyone killed themselves over the release of the photos. Have no idea. No respect, Lynn says. News articles about it. No one charged. Yeah, not yet. I'm not sure what's going on. There is a lot of talk about it. Yes, if it was released from the news, then it would be different, right? We'd be seeing it over the news through the court or whatever. But being that these dudes got a hold of them photos illegally, that might be different. Right? He was in Facebook groups, not YouTube. I don't know. They're saying it's a YouTuber. They're saying it was a couple YouTubers if you listen to some of the reports or videos that they're putting out on it. But you might be right, lady. But I know they were saying the news clip I just watched was saying that was social media YouTuber uh, that killed himself because he leaked the photos. But like I said, I think these people they kill themselves every day and just open another. It's almost like when you become famous. A lot of times when you become a movie star or a rock star, whatever, you change your name. That person, the real person, ends up dying in an accident. You think they're dead, but really they're a rock star or a movie star. We have seen that before. No, lady, they did. They showed the girls' dead bodies. They took them down already, but they supposedly showed photos of the two girls dead, nude, I guess. Yeah, yeah, that's what it was saying in the news clip. I think Debbie seen it too. Yeah, they showed the photos plus the photos of the clothes. The clothes in the river that them were leaked. The sock in the river, the shoe, the shirt. Uh, them were leaked photos. Them weren't even out within police. Nobody released them. But they also showed uh, photos of the two girls dead. So it's very shocking. What will come of it, I don't know. Like I said, there is some YouTubers and some people saying that there's a chance that these people could be charged with pedophilia for releasing the photos and showing them on their either YouTube channels or social media or whatever. Excuse me for burping. I just had some soda. Yes, those and Nike shoes. Yeah. Which that brings up a point because in one of the photos of the girls walking down the bridge, it don't seem like Nikes. it looks like Converse or Vans, black and white Converse or Vans, but they could be Nikes. But that whole photo of the girl on the bridge seems photo op to me. Now, whether the girl was photo opped onto the bridge or the bridge is photo opped onto the girl, but either way, someone photo opped that photo. What's going on? Uh, One of the great trolls of YouTube page, Bendejo Turner's here. I'm doing some DIY microwave repair, John Boy. Oh yeah, be safe, Page Turner. You don't want to microwave yourself. You don't want to microwave yourself to death. So be very careful when you're working on microwaves. All right. So does anyone else have any? Let me see. Laney says it's real, not photo op. I don't know. The one of the girl walking down the bridge lane. The I don't know which girl it was. One of them had red hair. One of them had dark hair, I think, or whatever. I think it was the red haired one walking down the bridge by herself. I think that photo is photo op. To me, it looks like it. And you know what? Yesterday, I was watching Cop Facts just put out a new video, and he believes now that that photo is very well possibly, and he said 100% he believes, and his people that looked at it, he claims now that that photo is photo op. Page Turner says Johnny is Al. Al who? Al Bundy? From Married with Kids or whatever it is. Yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. Do I think these people should be charged with uh, corruption of a case? At least if they don't have them on pedo charges of showing two young underage girls nude dead photos, then they might have them on obstruction of justice and can be charged with that, especially when it's an ongoing case. And the police are probably jumping for joy right now because they all along the police could have been looking for leaks within the case. Only certain people would have known, right? So maybe the police, maybe they have an inkling of what, and and it leaked all over. Let me see what Laney's saying though. I don't know the truth. None of us know the truth, Laney, because we weren't there. We don't know. We don't know, right? And especially when you start stealing from an investigation and police, that's a serious crime, right? Uh, that's serious. That's like it ain't good. I don't know, Laney. They're saying that that photo op photo that they're claiming is photo op might not even have been that day. It might have been from days before or weeks before. And it might have just been in her data, right? And the YouTubers leaked it when the police, that was never released from the police, I guess. So it makes sense that somebody had this information and they were making photos and photo opt photos. And probably the police and some of us YouTubers were like, where are they getting this information? Right? Because the police said that that information was not released from them. And only the killers would have known, or the people that had something to do with it would have known, right? Who knows? It's crazy. It's completely crazy. Yeah, it is. I feel for the family, but there's even YouTube videos out there saying that the whole case, the whole thing seems fishy. Like maybe one of the family members or something. Maybe it was. I mean, there's a lot of stories going around out there. Uh, and you know what's crazy is they could be real. They could be telling the truth. Maybe there was family trouble. Something happened, right? Now they're talking of I've seen videos out where they said possibly somebody was SAing one of the girls or something, or just crazy. Or one of the girls was dating one of the Odin fathers, and I can say this much, folks: whoever did it was stupid, because the police are onto their butts, and we cannot throw away Brian or Brad Chadwell, right? We can't throw him away. Or is his name Brian Chadwell or Brad Chadwell or whatever it is? Uh, the Kurtz, all these guys down there that supposedly belong to this gang that they all were talking about on social media. Even Anthony Greeno said he belonged to some gang. Even SH uh, said he belonged to some gang or his family or whatever. So was it this gang thing? Maybe a biker war, a club or whatever. Right? People are. It's just a crazy case. Completely crazy. The Grand Poobah. Paige Turner says the Grand Poobah of the Odins did it. Who knows? Folks, I've lived out here for 30 some years. I ain't never seen people in the woods doing some kind of a sacrificial thing or something. I ain't never seen it. Now I've seen biker clubs, right? A lot of bikers out here. That's true. I'm not going to lie to you. But to do something like this and point the finger right at them is very brazen, very crazy, and just stupid, right? To bring the feds and Homeland Security down on you, to the whole organization. And now a lot of people are saying, well, we believe it's this Freemasons, this secret society, this they hijacked a white religion, whatever. And I'm like, and they killed two white girls. They're supposed to worship white power and white people, and they killed two young white girls and put sticks on it and point the finger right to them. It's crazy. Complete madness. And all right, let's see if anyone else in the chat has anything to say. Laney GMB says it is so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous that it's complete madness. Literally. When you this is the only case where the police were suspects, the grandparents were suspects, the father was suspects, the YouTubers were suspects. Uh, the syndicate, the mafia, the biker clubs. Uh, Someone, I believe, one of these dudes, or maybe that was the Sean or the Summer Wells case, that it was the Mexican cartel or whatever. I mean, it's just mad. It's mad. Mad. And what gets me is women are going crazy over all these YouTubers. They're nut jobs. Excuse me. Well, I shouldn't say nut jobs. They get paid to do it. Subs and views or whatever, make content. So, and here we think some of them are great people, but they're really not behind closed doors, folks. It's one thing to act, but these dudes are not acting. They're nut jobs. On and off. And some of them are so good when they get behind the camera, they're totally different. Behind closed doors, they're madmen and women. We're starting to see some of these women that I probably wouldn't walk down a dark alley alone with one of these women coming down the other way, right? These women are tough today. Tough women. No, not all the women, Devin. Paige Turner says, we used to watch the Flintstones on our break on the weekend at the hospital. Yes, continue to watch the Flintstones, Paige Turner. You don't want none of this Delphi case. It's just crazy. Laney says, have you been watching Israel? Yeah, I watched a little bit of it. I think Israel's got it pretty much sealed up. Let them do their work. America will sit by and watch if it gets too crazy. And we got ships out there that are perfectly capable of wiping out half of the world. I'm sure not that we want to wipe out half of the world. We want peace. God dang it, holidays are coming up, man. And that's the thing. They watch my channel, and as soon as I mention holidays are coming up, right, everybody shut down. Production, everything. It's about food and good spirits and the kids and everything. And what happens? War breaks out. Right? Oh, hey, tonight, check out, or tonight on AMC was the first Halloween, and Texas Chainsaw Massacre was on tonight. 3's a company, 2's a crowd. That was my favorite show. So sad I watched 3's company on, okay, many with my aunt and my younger days, yeah. All right. Anyone else want to talk about anything to do with the Delphi case and what you think might happen to these people? For one, these people should never be able to get back into the crime community if they've been found making photo op photos and leading people astray from the truth. Oh, they're talking about Three's Company now. Come and knock on my door. I'm waiting for you. Yeah. All right. Anything else about the death? Suzanne Summers died today. Oh, God bless her heart. What a great looking woman, too. No. May she rest in peace. Yeah, that was a pretty funny show. Three's Company, I remember watching that when I was younger. Court October 19th. Yeah, but we're wondering if they're going to dismiss it until they're saying the judge can fire the lawyers and appoint Richard Allen new lawyers. I do think they're using witchery or sorcery or something in this case, in the Delphi case, because whenever we start talking about it, crazy stuff happens, right? My dang TV keeps going on and off my big screen today. Now, either it needs to be cleaned, because I haven't done a deep clean on it all year, or I got a dang ghost. I'm not sure. And I'm starting to believe maybe it is a ghost. Debbie, what do you think? Ghost? Or it just needs to be deep cleaned? Could be ghost. I don't know. With all this stuff. Oh, you know what was on the other night? A great movie. Poltergeist. The original first Poltergeist. That was a great movie. Maybe it is a poltergeist. Maybe it's, I don't know. I have no idea. Richard Allen is going to court this week. Excuse me. I think he already did, didn't he? Now it's going to be interesting to see what happens. All right, folks, I am going to end this video. I might be back later with a fire video or something relaxing. Maybe not. I don't know. I want to thank the Lord for another day. It's His day. All glory goes to God. Amen. Life is lonely, folks. And that's another topic that I wanted to touch on. Is I was watching this young lady today on a YouTube channel, and she also does crime. And I was watching a case that she was involved in, and very, very wild stuff, right? Where she was talking to the murderer behind bars over the phone, and it was really crazy. And she was lying to the guy to get information out of him and whatever, the acting like she was a woman that loved men that were imprisoned, right? And that's a big thing today, is what is going on with the world. Chris Watts gets more phone calls from women than I probably ever did in my life. He's a stone cold murderer, killer of his wife and kids, and the women love him. And it's the same thing with the women or the men. They love these, like Jodi Arias, and who was that one woman that killed her little girl, or people say she killed her little girl, but she got off on it or whatever. Casey Anthony or whatever her name was. Beautiful women, but crazier than cuckoo birds. And that's another topic. Men go crazy over these women. Why? Why do women go crazy over these killers? But they do. And it's almost like that song by that one guy. It's a dang shame what the world's gotten into. People like me, people like you. Right? It is. It's a dang shame. I can't believe it. It's crazy stuff if you ask me. Richard Bramall or whatever, the Night Stalker. Women went crazy over him. Charlie Manson. Women went crazy over him, right? And what are we seeing today in the world? A bunch of Charlie Manson people, right? Like cults all over the place. It's crazy. They tell you what to do. They tell you what to eat. They tell you who you can be with, who you can't be with, what you. It's just crazy. It's like a cult. It is raining here right now, and it's kind of chilly, a little chilly out. They asked, like they're Elvis. Yeah, Elvis, right? The defense brought in Elvis on the Delphi case and everything. I don't know, crazy stuff. Let's see what Paige Turner says. Do you still watch Ireland, the tarot card chick? She is no longer doing tarot cards. She has turned towards Jesus. And God bless her little heart. She was real big into the tarot card thing. But supposedly she's turned away from the tarot cards and has turned to Jesus. Amen to that. You can't get mad at her for that, right? I don't do the tarot card things. I'm interested in what it's all about, but I don't worship it, and I don't. The only thing I worship is God. That's the only thing I pray to is God. She still flows tarot. I don't know. It's none of my business. I don't know. People say things and do another. I don't know. It's a crazy world. I don't know. Maybe she does. I don't know. I haven't watched her in a while. Maybe she does. I have no idea. That's her paycheck, tarot cards. Maybe. 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 I have no idea. Page Turner. I have no idea. Last time I seen, she was turning towards Jesus, so she was done with the tarot cards. Hey, Bella Blaney, how you doing? So, if there's nothing else to talk about with the Delphi case, I find it very interesting. And could these people be charged with a lot of stuff? I think so. I think they can be charged with criminal charges of leaking information on a case and photos and young girl photos, nude, I guess, which I think would be pedo charges. The people are too special, ladies. Yeah, I don't know. I would think they would at least be able to be charged with obstruction of justice. That they leaked information on a case that was ongoing and the police never released it. There even could be charges. I mean, how far do you want to go? Homeland Security gets them. It could be espionage. They're stealing documentation from the courts, from the laws. You know, who knows what they can get them on? We don't know. I don't know all the laws. Let me see what Page Turner. Remember, streetcar name Desire Bella Bella. I have no idea what Page Turner's up to tonight. He or she came into chat and seemed pretty respectable, but then all of a sudden now the women are showing up, so he's starting to get all excited or something. I don't know. All right. Anything else you folks want to talk about with the Delphi case? If not, I'm going to end this video here shortly. I might be back later tonight with a fire video, relaxing, maybe a little bit of music, maybe not, I don't know. But I've been tearing it up around here today. And that's about it. Bored. Love and respect to Johnny. Oh, thank you. Much respect to you folks, too. I'm going to be the first one to tell you I have a disability and I don't know it all. I just watch. Some things intrigue me, some things interest me, but it's only for so long and then I get bored of it. And I find something else that interests me, that intrigues me, and then I get into that and then it bores me and I move on to something else. I don't know, maybe it's, what do they call it, OCD or DDD or down with OPP, or I'm not sure what it is. Love and rockets. Debbie Fox says, your disability does not define you. No, it don't. No, it don't. But I just want the world to know I'm no rocket scientist. I'm no, maybe I am a genius and don't even know it. I don't know. Maybe finally the concussions have shook my head back into place where now I'm smart. I don't know. I doubt it though. Oh, no, no, no. Back at you, girl. Oh, Bella, much love and respect to Mrs. Fox. Is that me? Is that Jamie Fox? Or wait, what's that one actress's name that played in Transformers? What was her name? Does anyone remember her name? Samantha Fox. Is that Samantha Fox? I hope not, because then Machine Gun Kelly will get mad at me. I don't want him to put a cap in my ass. I don't think so, Machine Gun. I got bigger and better things to do. All right, is there anything else on this madness Delphi case that we might wake up tomorrow and take a total different twist? And your definition. Paige Bendejo Turner, can you please give it a break? I'm trying to do a video on Delphi, and you're over here busting my cojones. My definition of my disability does not disable me. I don't know, but you folks have a great night. I want to thank everyone for stopping in, Laney and MGB, Debbie Fox, Bella Blaney, and the troll Bendejo, Paige Turner. Anyone else stop in? No, I think that was it. I think that's it. All right, you ladies and he, she, Paige Turner. I don't know what Paige is yet. Probably a man. And you ladies have a great night. Be safe. Keep an eye on the weather. Keep an eye on your surroundings. God bless you all. And Lord, if you could throw us all down healings and peace, we'd appreciate it. All right, you ladies have a good night. Like I said, I might be back maybe half hour, maybe a peaceful fire video, relaxing fire. Have a good night.